Hey guys, obviously I am not at school today. I'm actually on the Renaissance Reward field trip, watching them. But I do want to explain what you're supposed to do today. First and foremost, you are supposed to turn in your medieval map to the sub. So we'll start a pile for that. So make sure you turn in that. It is due today. Those of you who haven't turned it in, you can turn it in late. It'll be unfortunately late, but you may turn it in. I want to talk about what you're going to do today. So you should have, or you will have, a piece of paper that is front and back. It is called HAM, or History Analysis Material. And we are focusing on pirates. So I brought in what you guys are going to learn about next year, which is the United States. Most people think of democracy. So pirates also had a democracy, and it's called the Articles of Agreement. These are basically just rules that they had to abide by, and they're mostly about equality and what they're supposed to do and whatnot. So I give you a little blurb about it right after the actual title. But the boxed area is the rules themselves. So there's 10 total, and I want you to read those first, make sure you go over everything, make sure everything makes sense. The ones that I think you'll have the trouble with is the money one, where the captain and quartermaster receive double the shares of any stuff that they steal, while everybody, the main people who are kind of the managers of the boat are going to get 1 1/2 shares. So they get 1 share, which is what every crew member would get, and then they would get half of another share. So again, they would get more. And then I give a little explanation of that. So there you go. So if it was 10, they would get 15, or they would get 5 more because they had half of it. So it should explain it pretty well. But kind of go through those and read them. And then on the back, I want you to do part 1. Do not do part 2. Do not do part 3. Only part 1. For part 1, number 1, you are going to read the rules. You are going to write 1 sentence for each rule that explains why that rule is needed on a pirate ship. So there should be 10 total sentences, 1 sentence for each rule. Make sure they are complete sentences. For number 2, you're going to figure out which one you think is the most important rule and then explain why that is. And then finally, for number 3, I want you to try and add a rule that you might make that list better. Okay, so that's 1 through 3 on part 1. Again, do not do part 2, part 3. We're going to do that on a later date. But for the second half of it, I want you to create your own 10 of your own rules, just like the ones on the front page look. But they're your own. You can use them for only pirate ships. So nothing else, just what your rules would be on a pirate ship. After you do that, I want you to explain why you would need that rule on the pirate ship. So it's the same thing as number 1, but you're creating the rules as opposed to having them already. All right. So make sure you explain why that rule would be needed on a pirate ship. Okay. And that's it. You should be done within about 30 minutes. So it's not too bad. Once you get done, you're done. And you can listen to music as you do it. If you don't finish, make sure you take it home. Not the sheet, but the actual stuff. The sheet that you're writing on. Make sure you take it home and get it done. But do not take the copies home with you. We will go over it at a later date, so you'll probably be okay. But make sure you turn it in by at least the end of class. All right? Even if you're not done, you probably should turn it in anyways, because we're going to see it later. So, yeah, just turn it in at the end of class. Hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'll see you either this afternoon or tomorrow. So have a great rest of the day. See you guys.